Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are, and welcome back to another episode on the Annoyed Dad channel. In today's episode, as you can see, we are up at the new farm yet again. Hardly surprising there, because there is so much work that needs to be done up here just at the moment. So, let's get rid of a couple of little channel updatey type thingies before we move onwards with everything else. So to start off with, update number one is that I will start to post videos twice a week for the time being. Reason being is because there is so much happening, so much is going on, that I think that it's likely worthwhile that we do post them twice a week. So as you can see what is happening and what is going on. You might also be able to tell from the steadiness of the camera, at least I think it's steady, I can't see because my screen has turned itself off, that I am using a new little doodad. I've had my latest Google payment go through, so we're using a little doodad to steady the camera, so fingers crossed it'll be a bit better. Now, so start off around here. This area here, I started to slice down the hedge just at the top there, as you can see, with the idea being that I was going to let a lot more light going through to the orchard. Unfortunately, it gave me a massive load of stuff. That's just this side, there's a load more the other side. So we're going to leave that until January, and then we'll go through the whole of that and we'll just split that all down. But this space here, so between that barn and coming out to probably just the other side of the pile of rubbish there, that will be where the cages are going to go. Because if we go back through, so in here, this is where the geese are going to go, but that needs cleaning out first. As soon as that's cleaned out, the geese can move straight in because they'll just have access to the grass. That bit of an enclosure there, that's just got trees that have been planted in it. I couldn't quite work that one out. It's I can't work out what they've done there. They've just planted trees in there in a straight line. There's some hawthorn, there's some conifers, and around here I've got some old stone which is stacked up, and then if we come down here, there's a bit of a fallen down something or other, and a couple of baths. So I have absolutely no idea. There's obviously a little shelter for something at some point. Right, let's move it back. Oh dear. Still haven't burnt anything else off. That's going to happen hopefully tomorrow. We've got some thunderstorms due, but my kids have been getting on it and jumping up and down on it. That one there is ready for the main flock to move into. This is the one we couldn't see very well. But yeah, I just need to do the door. This one here, you can see I've added extra wire. So there's wire which comes up about 2 foot, and see if I can pan you down. There you go, see? And it also comes out about 2 foot as well, which is quite handy. So I was going to put the cages over this side just here and have them side by side, but there's not quite enough room even if I was to take out that little shelter there. So what I'll do is I'll clear this area. I've already started clearing it, as you can see, and I found so many galvanized corrugated sheets. I don't think they'll be very good as covers, but they'll be cracking as sidings. So yeah, I'm just going to clear this area, and I think I'm going to use it just to park up the tractors. Speaking of tractors, you can see that this one's moved. I actually had the kids driving it last night. It just needed a new battery putting into it. I've got one down there. See that one? I don't know if you can see it. Go down. There we go. So that one just down there. That's just like a 70 amp hour one. I put it in there, the engine went blah, 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 no. So I went and brought a 90 amp hour one, and I put that in there, and the engine went yes, and off it went. So yeah, that's quite good. Now today's mission is going to be to turn the water on, because I haven't had the water on here so far. So I've got to go and do that, and fingers crossed over there is where the water comes out, as well as the 2 troughs in the field, but we don't want it to come out anywhere when we turn it on. That's what we hope anyway. So yeah, let's crack on and let's go and see if we can turn the water on. This is my glorious water supply. I haven't even ever turned it on before. It took long enough to try to find this. This is actually out by the roadside. And you can see we got a hole. And in the hole is a piece of polystyrene, which is manky and see, leaves you mucky hands. And then we got that, and then just down this side is a tiny little valve that I tried to turn on the other day by hand, and I couldn't. So I've got pliers today. Right, I can't do this and hold the camera, so I'm going to put you down. Okay, well, I just managed to turn it back on, and it spun round as it was filling up the pipes, and it has now stopped spinning, which is quite good because that means that I don't have any leaks. So let's go down to the tap and see what we've got. Right, okay, so we're back at the tap end. See the tap there? And no water's coming out, which is good. So I grabbed my pliers because somebody's very helpfully taken the top off the tap. That's fine, these taps are only just a few quid just to pick up. And nothing. We should be getting something out of that pipe there, and we're not. That's because, you probably can't see it, but just down right at the bottom, and appears to be another stopcock. Let's have a look. There was a mouse running around in here the other day. Oh God, that's in there solid as well. Right, let me put the camera down, I'll sort this out and come back to you. Okay, so this is the fun we get with this sort of thing. So, you can see I've removed the outer casing, the bit that provided the... just made me jump, it was a bit of sponge or something. The insulation, because I turned it on and... yeah, because this pipe that goes up to the tap has somehow come out of the stopcock there. Oh dear. I don't think anything's going to be easy on this place. Right, I'm going to get that back into there, sort this out, and then fingers crossed we might actually have some water by the end of it. Maybe, if we're lucky. Okay, so that's it all reconnected back up again. However, I did find another issue, which is that the tap at the top here, you can't actually turn that fully all the way off, which is probably why it doesn't have its turny thing on there anymore, and you have to use the stopcock at the bottom to turn the tap on and off. So another expense is something else I got going by, which is going to be another tap to go on there. But hey, at least we've got water now, so I can give the girls some water rather than having to fill it up at home all the time. Now I've just got to work out amongst the lengths of hoses and everything I've got, how do I get the water just in there to the chickens in their little yellow bucket. Okay, so I just found an old length of hose pipe and just attached that on. Whilst some of you might say, oh, that's wasting water having it running like that, not having it doing anything, it's just allowing it just to flush through. There you go, you can see it's clearing out all of the air, all of the rubbish that was in the lines. Because I don't suppose it's been turned on in about 3 years at least. But obviously we don't plan on using this water all the time because it's quite an expensive way of getting your water. We do plan on dropping a well, which I'm hoping the well equipment's going to arrive sometime this week. Oh, I've had some other equipment arrive, which I will show you in just a second. Well, that's filling. Can you see the chickens? They're staying as a pack as they go around, but they are going around and they are tearing things up and sorting things out. Right, so that'll do that. Turn that off. And there we go, so at least we know we've got water. Right, close those gills back up, and then we'll start looking at clearing this, I think, today, and then seeing if we can start these tractors up and get them going, because ideally I want to push them back just a little bit and get them lined up a little bit better as well.